see where it leads. Just you and me, hiding behind the curtain. A world so uncertain coming.
Give me the beat and the mic, give me the freedom to write, give me the vision to see my demons and me.
Hey, you know
What are
what?
you doing over there?
I was pushing buttons again.
What is going on with you? Have you been drinking?
Not yet.
Just play the seconds. So you might need to start, honey.
I'm not playing. I might need to start. What are you talking about?
You are. We
I'm
have
not
switched.
playing.
Is it
I might
Freaky Friday?
Is it who?
You didn't kill the stream, did you? Did you kill the stream again?
No.
Oh, well, what's going on over here?
Jesus. Hey, look.
Look, I'm looking.
Everybody in the side chat. Y'all gonna have to bear with me. Cause Tara got my nerves frazzled this morning.
Mama worried him up.
Right, exactly.
Just play the second song and we'll just skip the intro.
I
We'll try to go from
don't
there.
even want to hear the damn song now.
You're just over it. You're just frustrated.
No.
I don't give a fuck what a bitch got. Better hoe get smacked like Chris Rock.
Everybody wanna act like a big shot. 500 got a kick on kickbox.
Hoes wanna throw stones, some kick rocks. Bet lips get zipped like a
I
ziplock.
just spent 68.5 on a wristwatch. Rolex ain't never had a TikTok.
Oh, you can't be the queen when you shit flops. Can't break 100 likes when your shit drops.
Rappers can't get big, so they dig hop. They just get what they can get and they flip flop.
I don't care about a dig or a slick shot.
Cause beef ain't beef till a stick pops.
Hoes rather get mad instead of give props.
Everybody X squared till they get boxed. Who want it? Who want it? Who want it? Who want it? Bitch, you so big and bad when you're online. Can't afford a radar, but you're all mine.
Can't find your own style, so you stole mine. Same shit, same pics, talking whole nine.
Everybody won't smoke till it's go time. Get scared, start blowing up phone lines.
Always try my best, give it no mind. If I'm itching a bitch, it's a gold mine. Broke line assholes get no shine.
No buzz, no clout, no nada. Talk cash shit, but ain't got no
A
dollars.
check and a check if it's got no commas.
Can't afford war while you talking about drama.
Stop looking for the clout, stop looking for your father.
I'm a gator in the swamp.
I'm a shark in the water.
Try to bite me, I'ma bite back hard. Who want it? Who want it? Who want it? Who want it? Yeah. Quit talking about moves, bitch, move some. Saying what you gonna do, but you ain't gonna do nothing. Call me out, I don't give a fuck who coming. Me and Dex have your whole fucking crew running.
Talking on lock shots ain't gonna stop. I'm a till you crew mop. Quick to hit a bitch up like I'm
Tupac.
Watch him drop like a dime in a jukebox.
Take him to the swamp on a one-way ride.
Hating ass bitch better run away and hide.
Ain't none of you fucks gonna keep me down.
Bitch, I been fly like I'm runway 5.
Bitch, I been smooth like a Sunday drive.
You bitches just live for a one day high.
The ones that talk big be the ones that lie.
The ones that die.
Tell them come try, bitch. Who want it? Who want it? Who want it? Who want it? Who want it?
So, there, you got.
Well, hello.
Are you happy
Have
now?
you had a chance to regroup yourself now, Mr. Malone? There's not room enough for two technically declined people to be running shit over here.
So, what are you trying to say? Technically declined. Is that what we are?
Yeah, not you. Well, today maybe. What's
Come
up,
on.
everybody? Happy week, happy week. If my sound pops out, let me know because I'm going to drop that down. Go over here. Say hey to everybody. Thank y'all for being patient. We were a little out of sorts today. What's up next? Bumma B, Shauna,
So
my
you
date
know, this week was kind of dull.
I mean, honestly, I wasn't around a ton because I was with my kid, but there was a lot of stuff happening, like Dolly getting arrested, and there was, a lot of stuff we could have talked about, but somebody else decided that I needed to go backwards this week. But, I mean, maybe it was kind of boring.
Okay. So, old Dolly boy got arrested. And,
That was great. That was pretty epic for Savage to have that live, man.
Hey, and Barbie,
Jeil.
Barbie got a new co-host.
I saw that. I caught the first half of her stream last night, and I didn't see, but I heard Barbie got porn bomb, Jake got porn bomb. Like there's a porn bomber on the loose, apparently.
Yeah, serial porn bomber on the loose of YouTube. So did you? Yeah. So you didn't get to experience the educational moment with Miss Salty Dog, did you?
What's up, Rachella? What's up, Carnivorous Lunar? I didn't get that far.
Yeah, you have to watch that later. I'm not going to tell you about it.
You came up, yeah.
But me and
what's up, Food Bug? There's Icky, Steve Billings.
Steve Billings came out of that quite informed. Okay.
What's up, Punky?
So I was just letting you know.
Jill can be a hoot if you ask me. She can make you laugh. Personally, she makes me laugh. But what's up, Steam Guru?
Okay.
Oh, listen, Steam Guru said, "Hey, Tara, you were called a bitch by Rich like today on his stream. Woo!
Oh,
winning.
You must be getting famous. You know, even listen, the YouTube celebrities.
Everybody has been sucking my butthole this week, and I was pretty much on vacay with my family.
Yeah, you would. I didn't even really talk to you. This is the first time I talked to you all week, basically.
No, I mean, I got a lot of stuff sent to me, and I called. You know, but pretty much the biggest thing for me this week happened last night anyway. So.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Donna? You know what, Ray? Even I wouldn't have went up over there. I'm not stupid. See, if I would have went up over there, that would have only helped their channel. I'm not in the business of helping my enemy get better views. I'm not dumb, but thank you, Ray. But what's up, Shonda Britt? What's up, CM Derp? But you know, that stream over there on Drama Rehabs last night, from the very start to the very end, was chock full of a bunch of lies. And any of you guys that have been here through it knows from start to finish all the lies and gaslighting. But I'll digress and say this. Because what's up, Four Scores? Because I'm sure I'll eventually start getting real mad and start going on my little rant. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you know how I'll end up doing, because I'm pretty fucking pissed off about that stream. You can punch on me, that's fine, but you need to do it with the truth, okay? I'll be more than happy. Let's show the PayPal, Kimberly. I know what you've given. Maybe there was secret money, and I know there were gifts, okay? But I can tell you it's nowhere near 5,600 or 56,000 or whatever she said. I did the taxes on that PayPal, and I screen capped every single time someone sent Lisa money, unless they specifically asked me not to because they didn't want Lisa to have their information. I screen capped and sent to Lisa every time she got a PayPal. So it was real easy for me to go back and mine and Lisa's messages and sit there in this shared media and do math on the times that Kimberly actually PayPal'd Lisa. Now, if you take her saying $900 three times, and I'm not looking at the chat, so just give me a second because I don't want to get distracted. If you take her saying $900 three times the math of what I know she gave the kids for Christmas, times what I have as proof in the PayPal, and I'm not adding the box of hand-me-down lotions and the fake bake fucking Jordache bag she tried to go around saying was a Gucci bag, but then she didn't want to talk about it when Lisa proved it. But don't let me get off track anyway. So minus that box, minus what she gave Lisa for Christmas, okay? If you take the PayPal, the gifts for the babies, and believe this $900 we still haven't got receipts on, you still don't have, with my PayPal addings, even $3,500. So I don't know where she's getting that number from. Somebody can't do math. Maybe it might be the person who allows his wife to extort money out of his business and give it to YouTubers. I don't know. No, but listen.
But hey, don't worry. Carl's going through the counts right now. He's gonna figure it out.
20 million hours later. Okay.
Right.
But
he runs 6 businesses. He don't have time to be on YouTube going through bank accounts to prove stuff to you people. You know that?
Yeah, even though other business owners are saying it's as easy as a click 1, 2, 3, and Sean runs a business over here, so it's as easy as a click 1, 2, 3. But I digress. Because I have proof of the PayPals, and Lisa didn't ask and pretend to be her lover while she was getting money from her. But whatever, Lisa's lied to me, Kimberly's lied to me. So which one's lying right now? I'm going to go with the one that said they had receipts and didn't provide receipts. So I'm going to think that's the person that's lying. But you can all miss me with shame on anything about me lying. This is what really kicked it off and pissed me off. Chris started that stream last night, and he was bringing up once again. I'm going to come over in a minute and see. I see some more people coming in the side chat. Give me a minute, and I'll pause.
It's Boston Bridget Girl and Stewie.
Boston Bridget
and Shonda Britt.
So Chris. Okay,
Cindy
so I'm going to tell this story one more time again, and I'm sorry for the front row, the middle row, and the back row, but apparently we got to make sure the cornfield hears it too. So, Chris will, go over there again and try to spin the fucking story one more time. But we're going to tell people again. Now, my phone blew up all day today with everybody saying, wait, Tara, didn't you apologize publicly? Blah, 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 blah. Yes, I did. See, so Chris, it didn't work for you to sit over there and keep calling me a liar, right? You said I didn't publicly apologize. This is what he said. So when all that happened, when your friend Kimberly gave me and Mike a screenshot she cut down to make it look like Jody was talking to her husband, right? Yes, we all have those conversations still. And we all had it out on Twitter. And you said, if I prove to you she's lying, your friend over there, Kimberly, that's blaming everybody now for faking screenshots and doing things, like said that I put a whole paragraph under a screenshot that I gave her, which me and Steve compared today. Bitch, you just sat up there and lied. And I showed Steve the screenshots of our group conversations. Wow, you a lie and a half. But I digress. So your friend Kimberly gave me some bullshit. And when you proved to me that Kimberly gave me that bullshit after she roped us and cried and begged us to come save her stupid ass, right? You said, if I prove it to you, will you apologize? And I said, because I didn't like the way I was being kind of handled. And I said, I'm not going to go right this minute and go live and go apologize. But when Stitches and I go live on Monday, because that's what our day was then, I will apologize. Okay. Told you I would do that. That's in the DM. You can go back and reread it. You didn't give me a chance to get to my stream, boy. You took that little piece of drama you had, you ran, you drugged me on your stream like the very night. I let that happen, whatever. And I still went live on my stream and apologized to Jody for not lying, because, see, to lie is to tell something that's not true intentionally.
Right.
See, that's not what happened. I didn't lie, okay? I was manipulated and misguided, and so I misspoke, and I was wrong for that, and I publicly apologized. So it's real funny for you to gaslight the community. That's what somebody else brought to my attention today. You know how he's a narcissist? He's trying to gaslight all of us that we didn't see you go live and apologize. And somebody else reminded me that not only that, the one time I did come up on your panel, and the last time, because of the way you pulled shit, I apologized again.
Exactly.
2 times publicly. And you sat over there and kicked your whole stream off like Tara's credibility is shit, and this is why. This one little thing you keep pulling out of your fucking pocket, your funky fucking pocket, and it's not working, dude, but your credibility after last night. Well, we'll get into that, because you're 2 people up there giving testimony with no motherfucking receipt, with you and Silent with a dick hard, because that's what he said, his dick was so hard.
That's what he said. I heard it. I heard that. Yeah.
Silent knows he loves that drama. He's a little bitch, isn't he? Kicked out of every community he's ever been in, and he can't even do nothing but get Kimberly. And listen, I'm going to tell you, this is my true opinion, okay? Here's how this all played out. Stitches myself and Dateline, although we may have been talking about you, Chris, and I was actually disappointed that Jody didn't correct Chris. I had held her a little bit higher. She knows I publicly apologized to her. They know. Half of you were there, you know, okay? But my biggest thing is that I did say, hold on, Sean came over here and said something to me. It distracted me.
Sean, quit distracting her.
Here, let's go.
I was just pointed up.
Let me go to the side chat.
I mean, she's not allowed to look at the side chat when she's talking. You're not allowed to distract her either. When you're when you stand over there near her doing the helicopter, it's distracting, okay?
Right. Okay, well, here, one thing is he was saying that that's why I don't like him is because of all that stuff that happened. But in reality, no. He's two-faced and he lies, and I seen that a while back. And that's why I don't like Loser McGee over there. So stop using my honey, because that's mine, bitch. Get your own shit, you unoriginal asshole who just sits over there and lies. And what I was saying, I think, is I was disappointed that Jody didn't correct that because she knows, that I did apologize publicly.
So what pisses?
Oh, I know what I was saying. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I'll let you talk in just a second. What pisses me?
I was going to say your credibility is Silent and Kimberly. That's who's over there representing you.
What pisses me off about it is I ain't had nothing to do with this Silent and Kimberly thing. I didn't even know there was a Silent and Kimberly thing. And as far as Chris goes, I didn't even know there was a Chris until Kimberly is the one that came over here and got everybody all spooled up over there about drama rehab. And then that's when I got introduced to them clowns. And ever since then Kimberly wants to say, I didn't.
You knew who he was back, but you knew who they were back before because you called them out for botting up their stream.
I'm talking about besides that. I'm talking about that was. Yeah. I didn't even have. There was botting the stream so hard that you didn't even have to know who they were. All you had to do was see what they were doing. That was too easy. They did it too much too soon. Sort of like a lot of other stuff they do.
Well, listen, I'm going to ask you, Stitches. You know what this was really about, right?
I don't know.
Okay,
so they have something to talk about? I don't fucking know.
Let me help you out then. So you yourself, me, myself, and Dateline, although we have been talking on Chris recently about different shit, his danky shit with Nicole, different things like that, right? We haven't been bringing up Kimberly and Silent. Nobody's been making videos about that.
Nope.
You know who's called him a scammer recently? It's Barbie. And you know who else called him a scammer recently? And really, it was Abe. And Abe sees Chris doing what I have been saying all along Chris does. Chris acts nicey nice when he's on the panel with you or faced with you, but he runs off and talks shit when he don't think you're around or he's in other side chats. Abe has witnessed him doing that. Abe called him out and said, since you want to jab at me, here you go, jibbity jab, you and your brother are scammers, right?
Right.
That was Abe that said that. That was Barbie that said that. That wasn't me, you, or motherfucking Dateline. But he ain't got a donkey dick. He's sitting over there with his little Vienna sausage. He ain't going to go at Abe. He's going to say Tara Stitches every time. He kept on saying. When they would say, well, who's been calling you this and that? Tara Stitches and Dateline. When have we talked about Silent and Kimberly?
We haven't.
Y'all want to be relevant. Y'all knew we were going live today, and you wanted to get your dick wet last night before it happened. And thank you for going first, so I can sit here this rest of this day and point out every fucking funky lie you guys sat up there and told. And you gaslight the community that's been here because I did everything on my channel in the public with Stitches. So who's the dummy? You fucking dummy.
That's right, Spook. They don't say nothing about that, about Silent having this fake heart attack to get away from Kimberly. You know, she's so horned up over there, just like she is now. That's what her problem is.
He calling Dateline an idiot. Dude.
Carl needs to get out of that computer searching them counts for the stuff and tend to his wife, and she wouldn't be on here doing all this.
Hey, the idiot is the person that don't realize Dateline might just have all the videos that everybody's already seen on the old channel. I mean, do we really just need to see you cry? Dateline ain't even been making content about you, but damn, you want to cry about some stupid, simple shit. They only make content about people they hate. Dateline's made a lot of content about a lot of different people over the last month, you dumb fuck. Don't put yourself on a pedestal you don't belong on, okay? So step on down, and you get so sensitive and butthurt when somebody makes content on you. Listen, I'm butthurt. You want to know why? Because you couldn't do tit for tat and go over there and talk shit and just call me a bitch and be a regular motherfucker. From what I was told, you called me a racist. I'm going to need that receipt. From what you said, I didn't ever do apology tours. That's a lie. And we'll just get to all the shit your brother and Kimberly sat there and fucking lied about. While Kimberly said for 4.5 fucking hours, all through fucking your stream, and jumped on over to Barbie's stream, and yet Carl the cuckanut couldn't pull a fucking A receipt. Steve was about to step off the platform, and she was like, no, wait, we're going to do it right now.
Right, exactly.
And he said, oh, we're doing it now? And then all we got from Carl was a song and dance.
Right.
You're the biggest last clown, Kimberly. You're having zero credibility. And keep on trying to trash me to this community and bringing me down, Chris, because I'm not even looking at my side chat right now, but I was looking at your side chat when I was watching your replay, and even your own fucking people wasn't buying Kimberly's bullshit. You and Silent was up there trying to serve to somebody to deflect. She went and threw Lisa all the way under the bus with what I'm sure is fucking lies, when Lisa ain't even been around none of us, to get fucking Silent off the hook because Abe said something about Chris and Silent.
Hey, look.
Now that's how this played out.
Steve Billings says diversionary tactics, projection, and manipulation for attention is what I saw, but what I didn't see was receipts.
Exactly. And I'm going to challenge Jody to tell the truth that even though people have let me know they remembered, I did go public and Chris just sat on that panel and ball-faced lied. He's either too fucking high to know or he's gaslighting the community. So we'll leave it at that. But I actually was going to, at some point, I was thinking about offering Steve the link. And here's why. Steve was on the phone 72 years with Lisa while they were together for their almost year. And everybody that Lisa talked to, she would say, I'm on the phone with Steve. Can I merge you? Steve got to hear a lot. Okay. He got to hear a lot of what was going on with Kimberly and how she did sit over there and deflect and spin and gaslight. She did beg. You weren't on those phone calls, Mike, but Steve was. Well, she begged me, just like she did with Rachel and them when she got him to go after Jake. And I said, that's y'all's fight. You get in it with Jake, that's your problem. I ain't helping you with that, okay? So she cried about Jake. She went after Rich. She was trying to go be with Rich Life when her and Lisa became friends. That's how her and Lisa became friends, in case y'all don't know. I mean, she used to sit on that fucking phone and beg us to go after Silent. And I just love that when you go and sting a community with manipulation tactics because your feelings is hurt, and then go over to the community you stung with by using us, and y'all all team up to sit on a panel and lie. Wow. I'll just let anybody that has a fucking moral compass and a brain discern this situation for what it is, because it was pure comedy to me listening to that stream. I actually laughed out loud at the doubling down that was done. And the name of the stream was now we're going to tell our side or something. Yeah, your side, which was a fucking lie. Right. 65, 70% of it. I mean, let's ask Jake to come up and tell how Kimberly did it up on him and got Rachel and Lisa and all them involved. That fucking happened. And, I bet Jake ain't going to tell you any different than what I'm telling you.
No, Jake's even said it. I mean...
Listen, the truth doesn't always include your feelings, and I can be mad at Lisa right now for whatever, me and Lisa are not friends or whatever, but that doesn't negate that I was here and I know what was going on and what was happening with all of that. And I also listened to Lisa's replay on Stewie's today, and I know Lisa pretty well. And does she lie? Yeah, that's why we're not friends anymore. But in this liar scenario, at this point, I'd have to believe it's taken so long they're over there photoshopping the fucking receipts.
Well, hey, you never know.
What's up, Jen? I'll go over here and look at the chat for a minute. I hope I'm not getting sick. My throat and everything feels weird. Yeah, and listen, hey, Lydia, what's up? I really appreciated Lydia and Rachella were the two fucking voices of reason in that chat, like calling it out just for what it was. It was literally her trying to, and what a cuck, Carl. She said, made some kind of like, ooh, is that for me? Or some kind of sexy something when I can't remember now when Silence said something and Carl's sitting there and I'm just like, he probably likes to watch her get banged by some other dude.
Well, I don't know about any of that, but
listen, that's right, Jamie, because I was there and I know what the fucking truth is. And I don't, and if she gave Lisa $900 3 times in the form of money orders and Western Union, that would be pretty simple and pretty easy to fucking prove. I looked some stuff up. They just deflected and she just talked in circles and whined and fake cried like a fake fucking bitch that she is. And, you know, I think Chris caught on that it wasn't happening the way he thought it was going to happen. And he got real fucking quiet. And then he was just like, well, I believe Kimberly's got the proof. We'll just wait for the proof. Well, you was real fucking cocky when the live button started to begin with.
Yes, Dateline. Dateline says, when Silence said he had a boner, Kim said, oh, baby, is that for me?
Yes. With Carl sitting there.
Right, and Carl's like, yeah, do it up.
Oh, my God, you cuck-a-doodle dandy.
Right.
All right, well, you know what I say. Also, she says she never shared DMs or chats. So, as I take my first shot here, I'm going to tell you a little something about that. Hold on.
You got a little story
you know how
time.
I've made comments here and there about getting screenshots from their Discord, right? You've heard me say that.
Yeah.
Well, the reason Ace lost his wrench at Lisa's, and the reason that Karen the Cat Ninja lost her wrench at Lisa's, is because Kimberly was sharing screenshots with me privately where she was in a Discord with them. And she was showing me how Ace was calling Lisa dumb, drunk, and all this stuff in the Discord. But then I would see him being all nice and giving her PayPals, right, to her face. So if you want to know where I was getting my information from back then about y'all's Discord, it was Kimberly, the one who told Barbie she doesn't share anything. And I went through mine and Kimberly's stuff today as well. And not only is that, but Kimberly says, you know, we fake bake screenshots. I need that screenshot with the big paragraph under it, she said I made. She does fake bake screenshots and get me and Stitches involved in a whole war that she's now crying to the whole community that it's none of our business and why are we inserting ourselves? Bitch, you slow remedial on the spectrum whore. Calling me every name over there, but guess what? You can't call me a cheating ass on my husband ass, dumbass bitch.
Right. Guess
what? You can't call my Tom Selleck a basic ass cuck who would let me sit and give your money away. I'm gonna take Tom's money. I'm gonna do it up with somebody on the internet, and then he's gonna be my bestie, and him and Carl gonna get along just fine. You can't even. And that Gucci bag, come on. And then she tried to deflect so fucking quick. When Lisa was showing the bag, she was like, I don't want to talk about that. Oh, really? But see, it just proves that you're a liar. You told Silent you gave her a Gucci bag. So now that you told Silent you gave her a Gucci bag, and we know that was a lie, and you deflected that shit really quickly, we can only assume the amount you claim to have receipts on that you haven't proved is also a lie.
You know one thing I gotta say? Everybody gives Spoog a hard time, saying Spoog starts this and he's mean and he's doing that. But you ever notice when Spoog is in there talking, telling you about somebody, that every time he does, it comes out that he knew what he was talking about? You notice that?
He's not stupid. He's not stupid at all.
That's why they call him mean. They want to get him quiet so he won't tell their secrets. Their secrets and their dirty deeds.
You know, Proof, I see what you're saying, and I have my opinion on Jody, but I feel like she's just kind of over it. She seemed like she'd even dusted the panel. Like, you got it. This is your shit. You go do you. Lydia was cracking me up, typing, oh, and now they had a legal separation. I mean, they got a legal separation. Where's the paperwork? Prove that. Bet you won't prove that receipt. Y'all went to court and you drew up legal papers. Kimberly was in.
Look, you gotta slow down. Carl has to find the first receipts, and y'all already want him to dig up other receipts. He's not gonna be able to get anything else done for trying to dig up these receipts for y'all.
Is my sound okay?
You sound fine to me. Okay,
my phone started ringing. I declined it, and on StreamYard that would have kicked me and fucked my whole sound up. Listen, she was in our group. She was in our group chat, and the beautiful thing is, if you're in a group chat, you got all that proof, right? So not just I saw it, but Rachella saw it, Shauna saw it, and Lisa saw it. She was crying to us every fucking day leading up to it, how she was leaving Carl, all the shit she was saying about Carl, right? Leading up to that. And then now she's saying, I mean, she was crying every fucking day. And then after Silent had his anxiety attack the night she was supposed to leave, or the night before she was supposed to leave, right? Then she started crying to us about what Silent did. And now that it's literally, this is what Kimberly does. She did it with Jake. She's going to go find somebody that's going to think that she's a victim. She's sitting up there crying like she did. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you watched the whole stream, right?
Of what one? Yeah, then they left and went to Barbie's, and Kim come over to Barbie's and started. They still didn't have no receipt because Barbie finally told her, "Shut the fuck up! You ain't got a receipt. Shut up."
Well, this is what Lisa gets for not listening to me. She talked me into talking to Kimberly. You know, I was hesitant. Kimberly had 15 different stories. She couldn't even remember what she had said. Fucking 10 minutes saying, "I didn't say that." Silent up there crying. Listen, let me tell you something, Silent. No matter how hard you try to expose Lisa, you will never restore your own credibility. Everybody could hate Lisa and still think the same fucking way about you. So deflection ain't going to change your fucking reputation around here. It's fucking ruined already. And Mark over there running his mouth, he's just mad to find out all this money he thinks somebody gave that they didn't give to his ass. Shut up, Mark. Go lay down in the bed with Shane, because I see Shane upgraded to getting in the bed,
honey. Hobo Willie.
Yeah, let's take a break and see. I'm looking at the chat now.
We'll rename them two. We'll call them Hobo Willie and Shotgun Red. How's that?
Yeah, no shit. And let me tell you, here's what I think. She went over there, tried to get with Jake because she was, Wogs, Rich Life, Jake, I'm sure I'm missing some. So that didn't work out with her with Jake. I'm making an assumption here that when it didn't work out with her and Jake, she ran over there to Jody and Chris and Silent and all them, Jake's enemies, right? And I'm assuming that's where the little romance started with her and Silent, because Silent probably rubbed his grubby little hands together the minute it happened and said, "Oh, she gives money." because Kimberly, another thing last night, talking in fucking circles, she don't listen to hear you. She only listens to react. She's already loaded, steamrolling, tripping herself up, saying things she didn't say that she just said 45 fucking minutes ago. You got to slow down. You can't speak talk like me and Lydia and be a liar at the same fucking time. You're going to trip on your own feet.
Yeah, she.
Okay, so my Dateline said Silent and Chris chased her on bad course panel on 7/14/21. They saw the money.
Right, exactly.
What's up, Nick? What's up, Leo? How you guys doing? And I'm sure everybody's like, this is so old. Who fucking cares? I care because the shit they were over there saying was lies. And you're just, you can talk shit on me. We can go back and forth, but I made my video earlier this week because I was told said that I said something racist, but now it's gone, which don't even make any sense.
And then Dateline says that after they seen the money, that the next day on 7/15 is when Drama Rehab had Kim on the panel. And
rest is history.
Right.
Oh my God, it's my life. I hate every one of you. But I'm just going to keep for 4 hours talking about how I'm the victim.
Right. Why does she do this? Look, and then she'll go away. Now watch, you won't hear from her. She'll be gone. And then
So I sent Steve the screenshots and I posted the screenshots, and now I'm gonna challenge Kimberly that I need the modified screenshot, and I need her to scroll her phone on a video. I'm not gonna take a picture, and show me where I sent her a modified fake screenshot. You Allison Live liar. Now I know why you and her decided to be buddies. When it didn't work like she wanted to with Jake, she cried victim. When it didn't work like she wanted to with Silent, she cried victim. When she wanted to be making up with Silent because she's still in love with him and she's like a schoolgirl that'll take what she can get, she shit on me and Lisa and Rachella and ran over there and became buddies with them. And that's when I said no more ever again. They just over there making a manure pile out of a fucking shart. You know what a shart is, Stitches?
Yes.
Okay, so the screenshot shit was a shart in the pants, and all this other shit was a shart in the pants, but they're over there making a fucking pile of cow manure out of it. Not a single proof. Not even a checking account.
That's starting to become a trend again. It got cleaned up for a while, people talking, but now it seems like people just say what they want, and it don't matter if they prove it or not. They just say it. Just because they say it, they think it's true.
And she was up there talking about Lisa this and that being a whore. Let me tell you something, honey bunny. Lisa can run after every fucking man and rich life on the internet that she fucking wants to. She don't have a wedding ring or a life commitment, a legal binding fucking contract to a husband. Okay, you do. That's how she can call you a whore. No, see, they'll be all the times that she's doing that, they're separated. You got to know how the loophole works. You know what I'm saying? You still live in the same house with that motherfucker. I almost put together a video. I'm not really one for sharing the DMs. I'm kind of going to wait to see how they move, but I'm kind of thinking about putting together a video, a scroll, all her crying ass shit about Carl, all her begging me to go after Silent, all the fucking lies of manipulation about that screenshot over Jody talking to Carl, all that shit. Not that nobody cares, but listen, I've said it before, Mike. You know me very well. You want to trigger me? Take your funky fucking ass over there and start lying on me. Yeah. So it might not matter to nobody else, but it makes me feel better to show your lies. Taro's chomping at the bit. She couldn't wait. What's up, Cindy Lou? I told you. 3 o'clock couldn't get here fast enough. Well, it could, but yeah.
But hey, y'all keep doing that every week because that gets her here on time. So yeah, it was a good thing.
Yeah, shit.
She come in early. She come to class early today.
What'd you say?
Can we drop this link?
No, we're not getting into that. You're not distracting me with that. We might show some of MJ's. MJ's in South Africa. Babe, go away. I love you. He's over there in his own world doing his own thing. MJ's in South Africa. He's been showing us a bunch of videos. And when I get done with these motherfuckers, we might end the stream showing some of those clips. Have you looked at his clips? That stuff's been so beautiful.
I have seen those. Yes. I've seen him. I think he needs to get closer to him to take the pictures myself.
No, don't hurt my MJ. So I just want to point out something real quick. So everybody's, over there, like, let's defend Silent and Kimberly.
Nick said MJ came to meet her.
She's just trolling. Hey, and this is where I could get Brock up here, Barbie Girl up here, Savage Live and Pirate. I can start name dropping all kinds of fucking bitches. The Dateline, Leo. I can start naming all kinds of fucking females. I'll open the panel and see if they want to come up here, Honey Bunny, and point out that while they're all acting like that we've all misconstrued this with Kimberly, all the women that will tell you that Silent been an e-begging ass for a long motherfucking time. And he's been kicked out of communities for his e-begging ways way before Miss Kimberly came around. So he needs to settle down with his hard mangina, all excited that he thought he had something to tell on Lisa with no fucking proof. Y'all look like real stupid, y'all look like stupid motherfuckers, okay?
Yeah, but you
are not a monster dick and you ain't impressing nobody.
Because they come here getting into stuff and talking about stuff that they really don't have no clue what they're talking about. No,
Silent just needs to go jack off in his sock like he's been doing for years.
Jody and Chris need to really not go about what Silent's telling them.
Chris ain't dumb. Him and his brother don't know what's going on. I work. I'm not this. I'm not that. I bet they collabed about how they was going to get Kimberly up there last night and do up their little live stream, but they talked then, didn't they? Bitch, I have lived in a house with people I didn't like, and I still knew more than you claim to know about your brother that you say you love at the end of your fucking stream. And we are all supposed to believe you are clueless. Chris will shade you in the side chat and then cry when you retaliate on his ass and then tell Silent that he loves him, but Silent tells all his girlfriends that Chris won't feed him if he finds out Silent's telling the truth on his brother. I mean, the whole thing between them has been things for years.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. You can't make this shit up.
No, like, for example, Kim was called out earlier in the stream for drinking, and she's like, I'm not drinking, blah, blah, blah. Then Lisa comes up and starts saying, what's wrong with you, bitch? You look coked out, you coke eyes. And then she was like, I'm drinking.
Right.
Bitch, you know how I know you're lying, bitch, your mouth is moving. And then she had the nerve to tell Spooky he wasn't allowed there. Says who, bitch? If he wasn't allowed there, I imagine Chris or Jody would have kicked his ass. Who do you think you are telling Spooky where the fuck he can go, ho? Only place you about allowed is there in fucking G Mango's. Nobody likes your ass around here from what I could tell.
You know what's funny, though? You ever notice if you watch in the chat Drama Rehab when Kim comes in there, all Silent is doing is trying to get her to clarify how much that he's not a scammer. You know what I'm saying? You ever see him just typing away like...
You can't undo what you've been doing for years, Silent, so just stop.
That's so funny.
All it was a bunch of deflection, and then when she felt conquered, she did the fake cry.
Hey, Jake says, funny story. So many of y'all believed the lies that Kim was telling on him at the time. So shame.
Not shame. Shame on her for lying and using good people that are willing to help out people they think are getting bullied and scammed. Shame on her for using us and our platform and our credibility and then turning on us when it was actually her manipulating the situation because she didn't get what she wanted. Right. Shame on her.
Right. But then she said she wasn't crying. And then she said she had tears because she was sick. Yeah, she's sick, all right.
She ain't got no tears, bitch. Lisa called them crocodile tears out.
Right.
Rachella said something. Rachella said that Kim doxed her information out to Lisa. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know what Rachella was talking about that. And then she tried to manipulate. Then she tried to manipulate G by letting G know, okay, G, that's it, G. Rachella made me mad, so you're gonna get it. And I'm out of here, rich like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you dumb bitch.
And she was telling Rachella, it's your fault. G's losing money because I'm gonna pull my membership and blah 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 blah. And I was like, oh Lord.
Look, I'm not gonna tell you who sent me this message. If they want to take credit for it in the side chat, they can. But I want to read this message that someone said. They said, okay, I have one thing to say about all this Kim crap. If she has all this money to give away, why has she been wearing the same ugly tracksuit every time she goes on panel for the past 2 years? So I started thinking about it. Same fucking tracksuit, same 1980s fucking bangs, bitch. I just had to make fun of that. That shit made me laugh pretty hard. Because I hadn't really thought about it until it was pointed out. Are you there, Mike?
Yes, I'm here.
Jake said, I think Kim should give me the $300 she took back compensation. Yeah, she a big old Indian giver, huh, Jake? I'm reading the chat now. I feel like some other stuff will probably come to me as we're talking, but I mean, it was just lies on the money that she gave Lisa, a deflection just to fucking get off silent. They felt like they were doing some kind of large exposed stream. And I mean, has people been over here dragging them in the side chat? I think they have, right? So Chris,
they're not really dragging them. I mean, let me ask you a question. If you're telling the truth on somebody and it shows them in a negative light, does that mean you're dragging them because you're telling the truth about them?
No, but my point being is that Chris needs to learn how to read a room. He brought Kimberly and Silent up there last night and thought he was going to do something, and even his side chat wasn't on their side, believing Kimberly, and nor was anybody getting in on Dragon Terror, Stitches, and Dateline. No one, okay? I mean, maybe one person, I don't remember, but if I look over here in my chat, I see a lot of fucking motherfuckers remembering it the way I do and agreeing with me about you. So while you're over there so butthurt, you think you're going to drag me in Stitches and put our credibility to the mud? Learn to read the room, honey. It ain't working out for you. We've been here a long time and we worked hard to not be seen as fucking liars that sit on our platform and tell lies just to try to make ourselves look cool and better like you.
That's right. But no, nobody's been in there really dragging them like they do when they go into other people's chats and tell lies about you. Mostly you. They usually attack you more than me.
Oh yeah, I mean, I should have been scratching my ears all damn week. But hey, you know what? That's how I know I'm doing something.
That's why I like being irrelevant. That's why I like being irrelevant. They don't talk about me. They just talk about you.
Talking about your ass last night. It's me and Stitches, and it's Tara and Stitches and Dateline and Abe.
Hey, and like somebody said in the chat just a minute ago, you know, I think Sammy the Bumblebee said, "Hey Chris, don't forget, you can get a link at any time."
Absolutely. And I don't want to hear your shit. I'm going to make it loud and clear right fucking now. The last time we paneled together, it was me on your panel. Bitch, you want to talk to me? You'll bring your ass over here. I bet you won't. I'll be more glad to have a conversation with your ass, Boris, any of you motherfuckers. I'm not scared of you, but I will not help your channel. It's not fear.
They
I'm
want
not helping you.
They want you to do it on their panel that way they can have backup.
I'm not helping your channel. I'm not done.
Whenever they need some deflection, they can bring somebody up to start talking about some other shit. You know how they do it.
Wait, is that a fake bait? Jamie Hicks, what happened?
I don't know.
Something deleted. I just looked over. Okay, Brock said, Silent commented on the video I made calling him out on scamming. I have looked back and admitted that I was wrong, and I apologize to everyone. Remember that, Silent? Anyway, I don't know what's going on. I'm sure Dateline's got the side chat under control. I don't know what happened. That could have been a fake bake, Jamie. I don't know. I kind of started reading the chat because I can't do two things at once. I can't do both. I can't read the chat. And you want me to tell you something else? Another thing that perturbs me about him lying, saying I never apologized publicly, is me, Lisa, and Steve were on the phone, and I actually got in trouble with Lisa, if you want to call it that, because she was pissed off. She was like, when I said I have to apologize, she was like, fuck that, don't fucking apologize to them motherfuckers. And I was like, no, actually I have to, because they proved it wasn't true. So, fucking go sit on a fucking sea urchin. Make sure your balls touch first.
So Barbie says, am I mistaken? Didn't Silent start scamming over at Shoot the Shits?
Yes. He got booted from the drama community, Barbie. And that's another thing. Barbie agreed not to talk about him. And then he was still talking about her right away. But I guess they're okay now because he was in her super chat giving her money. But he's fake as fucking. He sees Barbie's made up with home base. So, it's not good for business for him now to be enemies with Barbie. We see your moves, Chris.
Right.
I don't know. So yes, he did, Barbie, and he tried it with Isaac too. I don't have to be friends with you, dude. And I don't have to like you, and I can react to you, and you can react to me, and that's fine. But you need to do it with the truth in your mouth. You call me a liar all the time, but you never prove it. In fact, you call me a liar and use my you're lying. Let me see how I want to say this. You are lying as you use it to call me a liar. And when you're over on your stream talking shit on me. And I mean, we can go ahead. Actually, Mike, we can go ahead and drop the link in the side chat, but don't let no trolls up. Verify people. I'm not in the fucking mood to be dealing with trolls tonight. If you want to come up and talk about what we're talking about, or talk about Mark, Terry, and Shane, or if somebody wants to come tell me why Rich Life was calling me a bitch in a stream earlier, I'll listen to that. What's up, Jerry Balmer? What's up, Monchi Chi? Does it sound like I'm in the tub? It's because I'm in the kitchen. I got a nice mic for my laptop, but it don't work out. Do I need to go out and come back? Is it bad?
What are you talking about?
Well, somebody check and see if that's the real drama, if that's the real Chris. And Val said it sounds like I'm in a bathtub.
This your aquarium. Yes, that's.
Oh, she hears my aquarium.
Right.
Sorry.
The water?
Yeah, I got it. What's up, YouTube? Back up.
Sound like a waterfall?
I'm so used to it, I don't even notice it. Is that Chris? I heard somebody say this is one of my Chris. All right, well then good, Chris. So why don't you come up here and let's talk about the lies you was telling on me on your stream last night? Or do you just want to admit right there in the side chat that I apologize publicly on my stream and on your stream? I'll wait for either one. And also, I'm going to talk about you calling me a racist. We're going to need to talk about that one. Or while you're accusing me, Stitches, and Dateline of being the person that fucking been talking about Silent Kimberly being scammers in months and months, because that was Abe and Barbie, you know, but you didn't target them. Or you can just type silliness in the side chat and we'll continue to talk about what we want to do. No, it's on the bread. We cannot all get along for many reasons. Reason A, I don't like every fucking body and I'm not going to pretend to. Reason B, if we all got along, we'd all be bored as fuck. Let's just keep it real.
And for me, according to Mark Terry, I just do whatever Tara tells me.
Yeah, right. That's the funniest part. Okay, he says he's going to come up, so he's going to go get his computer. So we're not going to stack the panel on him. So although the link is in the side chat, I'm going to ask, well, Steve's up here. But, hey, that's okay for Steve because I wanted Steve to come up anyway since he was privy to a lot of stuff that happened. And then we'll let Chris come up, and then we'll just leave it at that. For now.
Yeah, or Chris can come up at the same time as me. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying y'all are fun. But Steve, true or false? You were on phone calls where Kimberly Starr was begging me to go after Silent and telling me he scammed me and he lied to me and he broke my heart.
Yeah, absolutely. If you want, I can just give kind of like a whole recap from my point of view.
Mike, go ahead, Steve. Let's hear what you got to say.
The weekly recap with Steve Billings.
When it all started, I was absolutely on some phone calls, some three-way calls, and Kimberly was absolutely saying that she was scammed by Silent and that she wanted you guys to go live and to tear him apart. She was absolutely saying she was scammed. Now, since then, she has admitted that she wasn't scammed, that she was lying to get you guys to go after him because she had her feelings hurt. That absolutely did happen. She did lie to you guys saying that Silent scammed her. That did happen. I witnessed that with my own ears.
Yes.
Then after that, her and Silent made up, and she was in a drama rehab stream saying, "Hi, my little scammer," and making it like a joke, and then turned on everybody, on her friends that she had lied to, and said, "Tear him apart, he scammed me."
And sat on the panel with Allison Live while Allison Live ripped me apart with lies that Kimberly knew was true. That also happened.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then it got to the point where she was on a G Mango's panel with me and Rachella, and she was saying that I photoshopped a screenshot. And that the Photoshop screenshot was a whole paragraph, and she never types paragraphs in. And she was supposed to send me that Photoshopped screenshot that I supposedly Photoshopped, which, months later, I still have never gotten. Those are the screenshots that we compared earlier today, Tara. And the one that you showed me, you can verify, is exactly the same as my original screenshot. I haven't seen any photoshopped screenshot. And I don't care if I was accused of photoshopping a screenshot. Produce it, and I'll produce the original one that I sent out.
It because you gave it to me. I gave it to Rachella, and Rachella dropped it in our group chat and called Kimberly out.
Yeah, and then it turned into last night. She was up on Chris's live stream, and I'm not holding Chris responsible for any of this. That, from my point of view, I'm not holding Chris responsible for any of this. They were up there talking about, we're gonna produce receipts. We have the receipts. Kimberly said she paid Lisa's rent 3 times, paid her electric bill, paid her water bill. And I went up there and had her break down how much of it was PayPal's, how much of it was this mysterious money that was sent through, money that was sent through Western Union, and and she said, originally that it was three $900 payments.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and then it got down to
one Western Union and 2 money orders.
Yeah, one Western Union and 2 money orders, 3 $900 increments.
Yes.
Now,
and then I
first off, if she paid Lisa's rent 3 times, that's all 3 of the payments. That's the 3 $900 payments. But she's saying that there were also electric bills and water bills.
Okay, but where was so how did she give that money? Because she said she sent 1 Western Union and 2 money orders, and everything else was in gifts and the PayPal. And I sat down and I went through the PayPal today, and not to put Bumma's business out there, but Bumma has given more in the PayPal than Kimberly. Kimberly isn't even giving, he said, $300 and all the time friends on the PayPal. So like math thing.
Yeah, and supposedly Carl was getting those receipts while we were on the panel, and when I was going to drop off the panel, she had the receipts. She was going to produce the receipts.
Right.
Those receipts were never produced. Then we moved over to Barbie's live stream. Receipts were still not produced.
Instead, she's unsubbing and everything to G instead.
Yeah, and she kept, when she was getting backed into a corner, it was just deflection. It was going at Lindy Live, and it was just going at Lisa, going at Stitches and Tara, going at Rachella. It ended up going at G Mango's. Somehow it became G Mango's fault, where G had nothing to do with none of this whatsoever.
And
but the thing that's
she literally said one thing and then said she didn't say it 2 different times on that panel last night.
Yeah, and the thing that stood out to me the most was when she said she's exposing it because Lisa got more than silent.
It was just a deflection because, and listen, welcome to the panel, Chris.
What's up, Chris?
You could correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, but recently the only people that's called you and your brother scammers is Barbie Girl and Abraham.
Let me interrupt for a second here, Chris. That's got to stop. That's got to stop. Just because Silent is Chris's brother, that doesn't mean that Chris is giving Silent half of his paycheck every Friday, and that doesn't mean that Silent is giving half of everything in his bank account to Chris. That's utterly ridiculous. It's ridiculous to assume that they have a joint checking account and Chris and Silent are sharing every penny that they make together. Quit making Chris responsible for what Silent does, and don't make Silent responsible for what Chris does. Just because they're brothers, they're 2 separate individuals. That's utterly ridiculous. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Chris.
Right. And I mean, at the end of the day, I'm an open book. Anybody can ask me anything, and I'm 100% honest. I ain't got nothing to gain by lying.
Okay, so I just asked you a question. Do you remember?
What was your question? Sorry.
Okay, so I said, as of recently, who has talked about you and Kimberly and Silent being scammers? Because last night you kept saying me and Stitches and Dateline and being Abe and Barbie. Last time you talked about Silent and Kimberly.
Right. No, I hear you guys keep calling Silent a scammer and Silent scam this.
When was the last time I said that?
It's been a couple weeks.
Yeah, it's been longer than that. I haven't said it, period, until today.
Right. Abe said it.
But your name was all wanted to do, and it last.
I'm just basically saying who I've heard say it. I don't know the exact
all right. So next question.
Like that,
so you sat on your panel last night and said that I never apologized publicly, and the community needs to ask themselves why. Do you still sit here and stand by the fact that I never apologized to Jody publicly?
Oh, I don't know about Jody, but
I care. I care because you made a point to point that out and tell the community that I never apologized publicly. So they should ask themselves why.
Right.
So you should tell them that you don't now care that you were fucking lying.
No, I'm saying concerning me. I don't care if you apologize to Jody. I did not hear you.
No.
Apologize
I'm asking you
me.
a question.
Right.
Did I or did I not apologize to Jody publicly for the mistake that was made because Kimberly manipulated?
I didn't hear
or
it.
No?
I didn't hear that.
Oh wow!
We even talked.
Okay,
We even talked about it on your panel.
That's fine.
We even talked to your panel. We already talked about it on your panel one time, Chris.
I just wanted you to be honest, but since you won't, I'll force your hand.
Right.
That's fine.
And like I said, I don't care.
Yes, I did. Not only on my
I said you didn't apologize,
but I did on your panel as well. And you and Jody have since then sat on your panel and admitted that I apologized. Okay, so the fun thing is you call me like dumb and dumber, or you fucking so dumb you don't remember things that's happened multiple times, or do you think we're all in this community so dumb they don't remember watching the streams? Because my phone blew up all day today with people who remember watching mine and Mike's stream, and I had people remind me about your stream. Right. So this community remembers what happened.
Okay.
But I can make a video and prove it.
Yeah. I said you apologized to me privately. I remember that.
Oh my God. You said I did not apologize publicly and that the community should ask themselves why. Steve, you was there last night. I mean, you don't have to get mental, but anybody that was watching that stream knows that's what you said.
Right. Exactly. And if you apologize publicly, that's on me. I'm wrong. I'm just saying I did not hear it. If you did.
Jody knows that too. She knows because she's already admitted it on y'all's stream. We have the clips, and all the clips come from y'all's streams.
Right, and I honestly don't remember. I didn't hear it. If you did, that's on me. I apologize for that. I honestly didn't hear it.
See how people can not be clear on something and speak without being clear, and then they own it. Just kind of like Kimberly set me up to go after you guys, okay, and it worked. And now she's your bestie, and I'm the devil. So y'all keep that in mind.
No, she's not my bestie.
Well, you keep bringing up the same fucking shit that me and Mike quit talking about because Abe brought it up and you don't want to face Abe. Ain't that the truth?
No, I don't mind facing Abe.
Yeah,
well, why was it not Abe your point focal last night?
Right, right. Yeah, why didn't you have calling Abe out and telling him to take the link and saying why? And I mean, Abe's the one that said it. He's the one that was the most recent person to say it.
Yeah, the one that was saying it. Yes.
I did mention Abe's name, I think, right?
You briefly glazed over Abe's name a couple of times. Come on, Chris. Come on. Everybody's listening to that stream. Come on. Don't insult everyone's intelligence, honey.
I'll just say this, right? I have a lot more respect for you two up here. I don't have any respect for Abe. Nobody knows his real name. Nobody's seen him cam up. When somebody does that, I really feel like they're hiding something. I don't.
Then that should have been your words last night instead of lying on me and allowing Kimberly to go up there and talk shit without proving a damn thing.
Well, I'm hoping she told me she had proof, and I'm hoping.
I know Carl's still looking for it, isn't he?
I don't know. I told them that they better have it within a couple days. I mean, if they don't come up with it, then shame on them and shame on me for. I was told that they have proof, and I was told that they'll put up the proof. That's what I was told.
Listen, Chris, here's the thing about me. Me and you can play YouTube. I'm cool with that. We can have a war and fight back and forth. We can give these people what they really want, and you and I both know that's what they want. I'm fine with that. We can tit for tat every other week. But you can't lie on me, because if you lie on me, man, I'm going to lose my shit. That's my trigger. So if you want to trigger me, continue to lie on me, and you'll get what you're asking for, which is me triggered.
I will never lie on anybody. Like I just said, if you did apologize and you did it publicly, which maybe you did, and if you did, I will definitely apologize. I missed it. I didn't see it. That's all.
You missed it on your own panel? When I was up on your panel the one time I was on your panel? You missed it?
Tara, listen, I work like 50 hours a week, and my mind is like, I have so much going on at work, I can never remember shit. I have so many numbers and so many people I call, and it's just, my memory is dog shit. That's completely honest with you. You can ask Jody about that. I can't remember fucking 3 days ago. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
And here's another fact. As far as the silent scam and shit, I'm the one that brought it to Jody's attention. I said, you know what? Silent's up to some shit because I haven't heard from that motherfucker in like months. I don't know what's going on, but I haven't seen him. I haven't heard him. And yes, we live in the same house, and it's weird. It's like something's up. And then when that all came through, I was like, God dang, I knew it. I knew something was going on. I don't get involved.
I mean, honestly, I really
stuff.
don't care because she's such a fucking dumb bitch. I'm glad everybody got every fucking penny they could out of that dumb bitch.
Chris, my whole thing with the thing is, it didn't matter to me either way, and I wasn't even involved in it. The only reason why I ever said anything about it was because she come over here with all this stuff on the backside talking about how she was scammed and y'all did this to her and blah, 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 blah. And so, and I don't even care about that.
How you was threatening her,
right?
And how you was threatening her. Oh yeah, let me go get that screenshot because she said that too. That
right,
Chris, was
that's what I'm saying.
Her.
And now she's trying to say that we came and got in her business. No. I didn't come get in nobody's business. So I'm just letting you know. Yeah.
But that's your friend, and we're the fucking devil over here.
I don't think I threatened her.
I don't think you probably did either. She's a fucking liar. She's a walking lie, so probably not.
The very first conversation I ever had with either one of them was on Twitter, and that's when her husband inboxed us. I had no clue about any of it until he did that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so right now I'm looking at it as one huge diversionary tactic. If Kimberly comes up with these three $900 receipts, I'll eat my words. But right now, looking at the whole picture, it looks like a diversionary tactic, a projection maneuver to create a situation that she did give Lisa more money than Silent. So what Silent did isn't the worst thing for people to talk about.
All right, let's talk about
maybe she'll prove it wrong. Maybe these three $900 receipts will appear. But I'm going to point out, Kimberly and Carl, you do not want to Photoshop.
No, you don't.
A bank statement
can be filled up
because that is 6 months to 3 years in the penitentiary, because that is not acceptable. That's not like photoshopping a text message or photoshopping a regular screenshot. Photoshopping a bank statement is a punishable crime. So do not Photoshop a bank statement to try to prove you're right if you're not. If you're wrong, own it. Admit you fucking lied. Admit you just fucking said it and let it go away. But don't be photoshopping something to back your story up, because in this case, you're going to be photoshopping a bank statement, and that's a crime.
No,
well, that she said. Sorry, go ahead, Mike.
This is what'll happen. You won't see her. She'll disappear. But she'll be on the back ends of all of the ones that she wants to keep convinced that she's been wronged, and they'll drink the Kool-Aid until the next time she decides to surface back up and go through this whole thing again.
Well, she sat on Chris's stream last night, and she admitted that the money that Carl was looking through was his business money. He was looking through his business accounts. And that's embezzlement. Look up the definition.
That is embezzlement if it's coming from a business account for personal use.
If she gave Lisa $5,600 out of Carl's business funds, that's embezzlement. So are you an embezzler or a liar, Kimberly? I'll wait. Look, Stewie said Kimberly Starr is innocent. I'm sure it's just a misunderstanding. Lydia said she loves her Norm County.
Look, Boston Girl says every other month she pops up in that blue running suit with the updo starting shit.
The blue running suit. Listen, some people come around here lying on me. I hate that shit so bad, man. I ended my
And
friendship
why?
with
And I don't understand what even
brought.
brought all this up now. I think what brought it up now
I told
was
you already what brought all this up, and Chris
know.
can tell me I'm wrong, but it's
Look.
because Abe went over there and jabbed Chris and got him mad, and so this is the outcome.
oh, so they had to bring Kimberly up to what?
Finally, Silas, now, because Silent admitted it was his idea. He talked Kimberly into going live and finally exposing what they have known for months.
I can
Why
reply.
now?
I can reply to that if you want.
Go ahead.
Sure, go ahead.
So actually, it's been in the making for probably 2-3 months. I've heard about it for well over 2-3 months ago, and she never wanted to come out with it. And I said, "Well, if you have proof, why wouldn't you come out with that? Why?" It was way before Abe took a jab at me.
But hey,
this was at least 2-3 months ago.
You know what, Chris?
So she's had 2 to 3 months to come up with
Right, and she's still.
If you have proof, I would come out with that shit if you had proof. And then she finally said, "Hey, you know what? I want to come out with it." And I said, "Yeah, we can do it. Let's do it."
So if Kimberly couldn't come up with the evidence or the proof in 2 or 3 months before the live stream, how is she going to be able to come up with it 2 to 3 months after the live stream? Because we know there is
I'm
no
going to tell you right
presence.
now.
Okay,
If
that's for
somebody
Steve.
comes to me and starts asking me to go live for them, as you seen when she did it with Silent, I start asking for some forms of proof. I don't just hit my live stream on here say, I mean, you're not new.
Brock says no. If she has proof, she's going to confirm that she's a liar and possibly an embezzler.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was told she had proof.
Okay.
I mean, you know, Chris, and all the times you and I have been going back and forth and I've talked a lot of shit, I've never actually really gotten like pissed off. But that stream actually pissed me off last night. Just, y'all lost credibility. In my opinion, Silent and Kimberly sit up there trying to expose one without a single fucking receipt. And I don't know how that helped anybody over there. It's my opinion.
Right, and again, I was told that she has receipts. I mean,
So let me ask you this, Chris, because I don't want to put words in your mouth or anything. At this point in time, right now, today, do you think that was a diversionary tactic?
I don't think so, because I don't think no matter what she did, I still think people are going to say what they're going to say about the whole situation.
So you still think the receipts are coming?
I'm hoping so. And if they do or they don't, people are still going to call Silent a scammer and this and that. I guess.
Yeah, but that all started before Kimberly, and you
Right.
know that's true.
Yeah, no, that's
soda
true.
stitching.
But I think it's funny that everybody's putting me with Silent. That's where and you know what? I'll be man enough, Tara, and I did lump you into them people, and I do apologize for that. But do you know how frustrating? And it doesn't get me upset. It's like I got all these people saying, "Oh, Chris is a scammer," and I'm like, "Y'all, this like ask questions, get people up here, like let's hear the truth about it. If I'm a scammer, let's talk to the people that I scam." You know what I mean? If we can't do that, let's move on to something else. I mean, they're free
Right,
to
but
say
I
what
haven't
they're
been coming at
saying.
you about that, so that's why I was pissed.
Right.
Me and Stitches haven't been coming at you with that. You kept saying that last night on your stream.
And
I mean,
I can just add to that I've
I'm the biggest bitch you ever met, and you hate me, and that's fine.
What are you doing?
If you can't see where I'm coming from, that y'all sat over there on the stream, and now you're admitting you didn't have this and that, and that if you don't remember, you don't remember, and you're bad and all of that. But at the end of the day, what we're realizing is that the things that were said about me and Mike on your stream last night were lies.
So, Tara, are you moving around?
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't hear her that good at all. I didn't want to interrupt.
Hold on,
her,
let me go out and come back in.
Okay, but it sounds like you're walking around and you're going in and out of signal.
No, I'm in the chair and I haven't moved at all. So let me go out and come back in.
Oh, here we
I'll
go.
be right
and, and I can just add my 2 cents in here. I've heard the same things. I've heard Chris being accused of being a womanizer and scamming people and using women to scam them. But I haven't seen one person stand up and say, yeah, it's me. He used me. He scammed me. He took money from me. I haven't seen not one person do that. All I've heard is rumors that Chris is this way and doing these things. I haven't seen any one person say it happened to me, let alone any type of receipt to back that claim up.
Well, I can tell you one person that told me Chris was a scammer is the same person he had on a stream last night trying to prove otherwise. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm just saying.
Better. Does that sound better?
That does.
Yes.
Okay, good.
So what do you think about that, Chris? The person that you had on there last night.
Brock said that there's women in the chat willing to talk about how it happened to them.
Oh.
I would love that. I would absolutely love that.
I know he asked Barbie for money. I know he asked Brock for money.
Oh, Silent, you mean? Jesus, I
yes,
thought
not
you were talking about me.
I've never said you asked anybody for money.
Hey, Jerry Vollmer.
I don't know your business.
Jerry Vollmer, the chat link is pinned to the top of the chat. So
Dateline and Leo said that Dateline said she'll come up if Leo comes up. I think Dateline, Leo, Brock, and maybe even Barbie Girl. I don't know how many people we can have up
I would
here.
love that.
But I know all of those women had Silent asking for money. I know Silent was telling a couple of those women that he needed their help and that you would kick him out if they said anything to you. So you have to understand that people get a certain opinion. Okay, listen, let me use this analogy here. It's like when a couple is together, like say my daughter and her boyfriend are together, and my daughter comes to me and tells me her boyfriend sucks and he's doing this and he's doing that and he's doing this and he's mean to her and he's done all these awful things to her. Now I got my picture and I don't like this motherfucker because how he's treating my daughter, right? But then my daughter decides she's going to work it out and she loves him after all. Now I'm just supposed to forget all the things that I was told about this motherfucker being shisty, shitty, and shady. So your brother sets you up for that. So if you want to be mad at someone, be mad at Silent because he's the one that came here and told all of us that you were this, that, and the third. And they can all come up and tell you what he told them. And they've got screenshots.
See, that's what this the whole. That's your. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna agree with you on that. I'm sure Silent did say some stuff because, you know, as you guys, everybody in the world of YouTube knows, is that, you know, Silent does ask for help. He's asked many people for help, and if they do it, that's on them. And I'm sure he said some stuff that makes me look like a terrible person. And I'll say it here. Like, I work hard for my money. I can't sit here and just give Silent everything that he needs or wants, or you know what I mean. I'm not going to do that with anybody. And if that makes me a bad person.
I mean, if you don't know all the stuff that, because he said stuff about you all the time, like I heard about you for a year or two before I even knew who you were personally, but just because of things that he used to say. So I mean, and then when you do come on, like where we notice you streaming, and I never seen you stream. I know you have a channel, and I know it's a monetized channel, I think, but I've never watched that channel. I still never watched that channel except for if I get sent a link to it. But that's what I'm trying to say. People are gonna see you in a certain light, especially when your own brother's on here talking shit about you. We didn't start none of that. We didn't start none of that.
That was way before you guys. I know. I agree with that.
You got your CB on there?
Where? Brock's telling me to check my messages, but ooh, what happened?
Somebody's echoing. Late line's gonna have to move the stream.
Is it off?
There you go.
Hi, my Dateline.
Hey, Steve. Yeah, so can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yep, I can hear you to the panel.
Hey,
still
thanks.
echo.
Yeah. So
Let me mute
Silent has told us about Chris before he came out with this channel, and he would tell us how his brother would use women online for money, and he was like kind of jealous about it. So, and I mean, I didn't think anything about it at the time because the guy wasn't even around. I mean, I knew he had a channel before, 802 Vids, but I mean, he was never really involved in this side of the community. So we didn't really know him other than the fact that he started to talk to Leo, and that was prompted by Silent. And at the time I was thinking, well, this is really stupid. He's told us all these bad things about this guy. And then he's like setting his friend up with his brother that he's told us all this bad shit about. And so anyways, then his brother comes around and starts putting him down all the time, you know, saying, oh yeah, well, yeah, you guys all know Silent, but he's a dummy and blah, blah, blah. And that was kind of pissing us off because, you know, Silent was our friend. We're like, hey, why's your brother like talking you down all the time? And he's like, well, I don't know. And anyways, it all started to come to a head, and there was a falling out with Leo and Chris. And then Chris would start coming around into Silent's chat, and it kind of seemed like he was doing that to get at Leo. And so there was that whole problem. And Leo started saying things publicly about Chris, and Silent would get pissed off, and he's like, hey, you know, he's going to kick me out if you guys start saying stuff about what he did with women online and stuff, you know. And I do have one hangout still that I saved of him saying this, that, hey, you guys better be quiet, or Chris is going to kick me out. You guys don't understand. This is going to affect my life and blah, blah, blah. So that's where we get these ideas. And it was before Chris even had this channel. So.
Okay.
What's up? Hey, so real quick, I'm gonna let you guys keep talking. Stitches, check
Hold on a second, because Dateline's got a bad echo.
I do.
Let's see if it fixed it.
It's like
everybody's echoing on my end.
I don't know.
Let me mute and see if that.
No, it's still there. Hey, Dateline, mute yours. All right.
There, yeah, she might.
See, now it's
It
not
is her.
there.
You might have to drop off and come back then. So we can continue to talk about this and let these girls come up and talk about this, but I want you to check the group chat and check the timestamp while they're talking. And if you could get ready to fire that up for me, Stitches, I would greatly appreciate it.
What am I firing up? I mean,
So go to our Bummus chat. You're going to see the link, and you're going to be given a timestamp of 5 minutes and 45 seconds. And we'll just play that. If you don't mind.
All right, hold on.
I'm not 100% what this is, but it was given to me by a credible person. So.
Okay, 5 minutes and 45 seconds.
Welcome, Brocky. It's just it won't take long.
There we go. Sorry, I muted myself. Sorry.
Hey, Brock.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Brock.
I'm so sorry. I kind of have to be really quick with this.
No, go ahead, Brock.
So, you know, another side is Silent did reach out to me immediately after my argument with Pagel, which I think was very distasteful. But he was asking for money for his green room. You know, whatever.
You gave money. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. It is what it is. But I mentioned it to a couple of other women, and they were like, listen, he asked me for money too, but he told me it was going to go to like money or to food or something because his brother just doesn't treat him well. So I sent him money, and then the next thing I see is he's got the part for his bike and
the new jeans and the new light up shoes. Don't forget, and was crying about being hungry, and then 2 days later he reflected and the new Osh Bagosh kicks.
And the 50 pairs of earrings that he didn't need after I lent him money. I'm like, what are you doing?
I mean, his Buzz
Or he got money or
was
something?
on flex. And Jeffrey even made fun of him. And then I was even in the back and said to Jeffrey, wow, he was just talking about being hungry 2 days ago. Now he's showing off his new jeans and his new kicks.
Well, see, I had it from both ends because I used to talk to Chris too about Silent. So Chris would say, well, he was trying to help Silent out, but Silent was like, he's not helping me out. He doesn't help me with nothing. I'm starving while he's ordering all these pizzas. I'm like, okay, how much do you need? He's like, oh, I need $20. I'm like, well, go to the dollar store, get some peanut butter and jelly. No, never. It was always a pack of cigarettes and a sandwich that cost $10.
Right. And Leo would give him, you know, she's on a budget and she would give him like her last $20.
Yeah.
You know?
He asked one, and the day my mother died.
Starving, you know? I mean, and in the back of my head.
The day your mom died?
Yes.
Yeah, the day my mom died.
So
I'm like, my mom just passed.
The money for rent, and she didn't use it for rent, and that's a scam. Then if you told this woman you needed money for food because your brother wouldn't let you eat, but your brother's now sitting on this panel saying that that's not true, that he didn't do that to you, and you're a scam. And you told these women you needed something you didn't, and you threw your brother under the bus to get it.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. Like he used to down talk his brother constantly. So we were like, you know, when we were hanging with Silent, we were very like, we don't know if this is a good idea, Silent, after everything you told us about your brother. And then, you know, shit went down and things happened.
Sorry, guys.
So you have that clip ready, Mike?
Oh yes, I do. I have it. I'm waiting on y'all.
All right, let's all go on mute. I want to take a listen.
How
to
long?
what was just
How
said
long
to me
am I
real quick.
playing this?
I'll tell you when to stop because I know I start getting all names afterwards. I just want to prove a point. We can stop it.
All right.
If it's what I think it is.
All right.
All right, I'm going on mute.
I mean, come on. But the problem with them, right, is they get, just like the Lisa Lynn thing and just like the Kimberly Starr thing, is Tara went on a rant and said some shit, and I proved her ass wrong. She admitted she was wrong. Am I ever going to let that go? No, because she don't think she does any wrong. So that's my point. If you're going to sit there and tell a fucking story, don't you think you should do your research? Don't you think you should get both sides of the story before you sit there and ramble off and say, well, it's this, that, and, like, granted, she can have her opinion. I get that. But a lot of times you're wrong. Honey. Jesus, it annoys the hell out of me. I don't understand it, because she's supposed to be, you know, like, a lot of people like her, and that's okay. I have nothing really against her, but the shit that comes out of her mouth is just not true.
He's wonderful cutie. He's right here walking the dog. Hey, Barbara girl.
Same energy,
Barbara?
Chris. See, you
What's up,
talk this
Julia?
way on your panel,
The thing is this, right?
and then when you come
Like,
up here, you kiss her ass.
you know,
I'm not trying to kiss her ass. I'm trying to be respectful.
Like, I thought they were sending me a clip of where he admitted that I had apologized. That's not what I thought it was, but.
And again, like, I don't know if you guys heard that. I'm not trying to kiss anybody's ass. I'm actually being just respectful. That's all.
Why can't you be respectful on your own panel?
Right. Like,
That's the problem
keep
people
that same
have.
energy. Like, if I'm a bitch on your panel, let me be a bitch right here and right now. I'm
Yeah, but
okay with that.
Tara, I think we all do the same thing. Don't you come at me on your panel? You're not respectful towards
I
me on
did
your
come
panel.
at you on your panel, but I also came at you on your panel. I came to your panel.
I get that. I'm just...
And I've offered you the opportunity now to come up here, and I've kept the same exact energy. I'm not yelling and screaming and steamrolling you because everybody in the side channel wants to hear each person have a chance to speak.
Dude, hey, dude.
What's going on, dude?
Yeah. You got an echo.
Hey, dude. What's going on?
Yeah. Hang on. Yeah.
What is this? I promise you, if if you had came up here and straight called me a liar and said, no, you didn't say that or this, that, and the third, you would have got a different response from me. I would have been the same person. I'm the same person. Listen, even Steve Billings has spent a lot of private time with me. Duke, not so much. Leo, not so much. Dateline and I are super close, and we talk all day, every day. Brock, all of these people will tell you. Steve has heard me talk in the back, and he has heard me talk in the front. And I will ask you, Steve, does my energy ever change?
No, you are the same person in private that you are on the live stream. You are the same person. Tara is Tara.
Just keep that same energy. You hate me, that's fine. Be like, look, bitch, I never heard it, but you did hear it, but whatever.
Right, but I would.
Well,
never,
look,
no.
I just came up here for a brief moment as a character witness for Chris and telling you all this scamming stuff. This ain't Chris. This ain't any part of Chris. Chris is a hardworking, honorable, honest man. So whatever kind of scams is going on has nothing to do with Chris. He's a good man. He's my brother. Known him for over 2 years. Never, ever heard him talk like that.
Well, dude, I'm sorry, honey, but he wasn't honest on his stream last night. So I appreciate it.
And I think
no matter who it is,
Silent knows him better
his
than
brother,
you do.
whatever. That's not Chris. Thank you for your time.
Dude, real quick before you exit the stream, but Duke, I appreciate you coming up here.
Duke's not a lady.
Hold on 1 second. I appreciate you coming up here and standing up for your friend and speaking up for your friend. I love good friends, and I appreciate that. But you're saying he's honest and honorable, but he wasn't honest last night. So I can only go on what people show me. And what I saw last night was lie after lie on me. So that's what happened.
But can I ask a couple questions?
If I will say this, let me say this right quick. But okay, I've listened to all this. If Chris isn't a scammer, then he shouldn't be called a scammer. If he's lies, then that's fine to call him a liar. But if he's not a scammer, I don't know that he should be labeled as a scammer just because his brother is. I mean, I'm just saying.
Just how Silent said he was.
Right. I'll never say Chris is a scammer.
You're talking about his brother, but there's been nobody in chat who has said anything about, oh yeah, Chris scammed me.
Yeah, but dude, that's kind of been my argument tonight. I haven't been saying that about Chris. It was me and Stitches and Dateline they were saying we were saying this last night. They were like, oh, Tara Stitches and Dateline, and we're telling you we're not saying that. Now we're up here getting preached at about what we shouldn't be saying Chris is. We didn't say that to begin with.
Yeah, so why did this get brought back up?
No, but I have said that Silent told us that he got the idea to do all this shit because he saw his brother using women on PlayStation.
Yeah, but you ain't even said that in a minute. Right. We haven't been talking about them like that.
Can I ask you a couple questions?
Yes. Absolutely.
So, Leo, it's fair to say me and you talked for a week or two, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Did I ever ask you for anything?
No. And I'll never call you a scammer, no.
Right. And I guess my other question is, and I think that nobody wants to say this, but granted, Silent's taken money from people. That's clear. But he has paid some back, correct?
Yeah, that's not the issue, though, Chris.
I know. I just feel like that's important to get out there that he has paid people back.
Oh, yeah, he paid. He has paid, besides for gifts that were given.
But you're missing the point. We never brought up about him borrowing money from us. Yes, he borrowed it under false pretenses. I mean, I knew he wasn't fucking starving, but I felt bad for the guy. But it's the fact that he does that. And then when we heard about the 4,000, I was fucking blown away. I couldn't believe he did that. I
understand that, and that's all on him. I don't fuck with that.
But Chris, do you understand what we're telling you? Silent was telling us that you were using, not scamming, but you were using women online on PlayStation.
Right.
And that's where he was getting the fucking idea from.
Right.
Also, to say it's all on Silent, but allow Silent to use your platform as a fake exposed makes you involved. You want to distance yourself from it now, but you was sitting next to it on your own panel last night.
You're getting involved.
You're
getting involved.
I'm not involved.
You're putting your 2 cents in, Chris, to a situation that you never came to us for. You're just like, Silent never scammed. Just because Kim says he didn't scam her doesn't mean he didn't scam the 12 other women.
But you and Dateline have hated me from jump. Why would I come to you guys?
I never hated you. I don't know why you guys keep talking about me like to this day. What the fuck were you talking about me over on your streams for?
I see you in chat saying shit about me.
I don't go anywhere. Are you sure it's me?
You were just on Jake's the other night saying stuff. Yes. It was definitely you.
And what did I say?
I don't remember. It was some shit. But here's my question, okay? So Dateline's pretty good at this stuff, right? So if I've scammed all these women, like, You guys have figured it out.
I'm not saying scam.
He just now said that Datelin's really good at this stuff, but for the last month he's been talking about how she sucks.
No,
exactly.
I love it.
I'm saying she's good at figuring stuff out.
Right.
Yes, she is.
Right. So if she's good at figuring stuff out, where are the people I scammed?
PlayStation. That's from your brother.
I don't have a PlayStation.
Well, then tell your fucking brother, because that's what he told us.
And that leads to my next question. So I think it's fair. Everybody up on this panel agrees that Silent's not very truthful and lies, right? But now all of a sudden y'all want to believe.
But why would he lie about you before you were even here in this community?
Because he's a liar and a scammer. So why wouldn't he throw a pity party and be like, I live with my brother, but he eats pizza in front of me. Feel sorry for me.
You guys can't figure this out. Do you want me to just spell it out for you? Is that what you want?
Lay it on the line.
Okay. If he asks me for help and I give him help, he don't get nothing from you guys, right? So I don't give him shit. I'm sorry, he's a grown-ass man. I'm not giving him nothing.
He is a grown-ass man.
If he downplays it and, oh, my brother don't do this and that, you guys are going to help him, just like you guys helped him. It's not that hard to figure out.
Okay, but then don't go around acting like he's innocent, because he's not.
I never said Silent is 100% not innocent. I've never said he was, ever.
But you guys had a whole panel last night to deflect from what he did onto Lisa. He needs to just be accountable for what he did with Kim,
and I agree with that.
On.
I agree with that. The panel last night was to expose the shit from Lisa that Kim had nothing really to do with Silent.
But it was a fail.
Right, and that's fine. But I just think it's funny that there's so many people going around saying I'm a scammer, I'm this and that, but nobody can bring. There's nobody.
I've only heard two people, Barbie and Abe, say that about you. So when you
as far as I'm concerned, I don't care.
I don't know who else you're talking about.
Well, there you go.
You're cool with Barbie now, so that shouldn't matter anymore.
Yeah,
anyway,
so that
Silent's his own person.
I squashed
Chris is his own person. Okay, Chris ain't responsible for what his brother does.
But I don't
grown
care.
ass man.
I don't care what Silent
Chris
does. He's
is
a grown
good
ass
man.
man. I don't
Chris
care what he
don't do
does.
that. He don't need that.
Right.
Okay. So anyway, God bless you. Y'all take care.
Take it easy, Duke.
Have a great day, Duke.
Yes, Redneck, I don't know exactly how it works. Redneck says, so Chris just admitted to enabling Silent, so he is a party to it as well. Okay.
Right. And so, and I'll ask how I enable him.
But that's guilt by association.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, keep the same energy like Tara. You don't want people coming at you and saying shit that they have no idea about. Why are you involving yourself in situations like that?
Because
like you have no clue.
Because it's my brother?
Exactly. And Silent was our friend.
Right, but then
really
you guys and you guys are the ones that are saying shit about me. You guys are coming at me. Of course I'm gonna
we just repeat what your brother said, and that's where we got the impression.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but let me ask you this: if you think Silent is a liar and he's lied and scammed and done so many things, why is this the one thing that you're thinking he said that was true?
No, I honestly don't think both of them are lying. I don't care what they do. I just say what Silent said. I know what happened to me. I don't care what Chris and Jody and Silent do. I just want to be left out of it.
Hey, look.
But if I say something like Silent said this to me, that doesn't mean I believe it anymore.
Hey, but look, Steve, this is my whole thing about it. I never said anything about them in the beginning. I didn't even know who they were. Never watched them. Never was in their chats. I knew who Silent was and knew what it was all about him. I got dragged into it. By
me, really.
Well,
me, really.
Well, because of the Kimberly thing. So, and then Chris keeps it going because I just like messing with him because he's easy to trigger to do something or say something.
It is fun.
So it's another guilt by association. You were guilty because you streamed with Tara and they wanted to come at Tara, so it became coming at Tara in stitches.
Right, because I brought the stuff to Mike and said, Silent at it again. It just goes back to me pointing out that Silent had done this kind of stuff before Kimberly.
And I just want to remind everybody again that it all started because Kimberly Starr lied and said, "Oh my God, Silent scam me! You girls get him! Do a live stream, shred them, tear them apart."
Jody was calling Carl.
Right.
Tara, can I ask you a question?
Why it was
real
all
quick?
right for him to call me a scammer.
Tara, can I ask you a question?
Yes,
So,
and hey, Jody.
You know everything that Dateline said about me. I'm a scammer. I'm this. I'm that. How come,
I never said scammer. He said you used women for money. That's what
Dateline,
he
you've called
said.
me every name under the book in your videos
Okay,
and everything.
where did I ever say scammer? I never said that.
Chris,
Okay,
you
well,
called me every name
everything
under
that
the
you
book.
call me, right? How come, Tara, how come you've never asked her, or maybe you have, but have you ever asked her for proof?
Daylon gives me a lot of stuff that we don't bring to the front. So yeah, she's shown me a lot.
I showed her
She
proof
showed-
today.
She showed me a lot of stuff today, actually, and we don't want to ducks out messages and people's, DMs. But I mean, if you ask us to, 100, we can give the community what they want. Yes, absolutely. But Jake, hey, did you want to say something?
I just want to ask Chris why it was okay for him to call me a scammer for a year.
Well, it wasn't okay. I apologize for that. I definitely, you're 100% right. I did that
with zero proof,
right.
And now you're sitting here with these, like saying comments like, you should get both sides of a story. You should see proof, and you should do all this. But you never did none of that,
right? And
you labeled me a scammer for a year, a piece of shit going after women for money,
right? And cut out the
one that did it, not me.
Jake, to keep it 100, take away the Kim stuff. You've done a lot of shit to people on YouTube. There's a lot of people.
What have I done?
Oh my God, the stream's not long enough for that, Jake. God dang. You've had beef with everybody on fucking YouTube. Is that fair to say? No?
Your brothers had beef with everyone on YouTube too.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, so why do you hate on me for things that
I don't hate you. I just choose not to fuck with you. That's all.
Oh, no, I don't mean hate isn't hate.
Right, I don't hate you.
What I'm saying is, why was he a scammer and Silent brought their group and then all this stuff?
You're sitting there on the stream last night saying your brother didn't scam anyone, but you sat there for a year calling me a scammer for doing nothing.
If Silent got money, received money from women, and he used it on...
Then label him a scammer like he is.
Okay, let me finish. If Silent received money and used it on something... not what he was supposed to use it for, what he asked it for, whatever, 100%, that's scamming people. He's a scammer.
Well,
I keep it fucking 100. I keep it 100% real. I have no reason to lie, no reason to I don't care.
But you do lie, because Jody's told me that you ask her for money all the time.
I've asked Jody for money. I don't think I've ever asked Jody for money.
Silent said that too.
I've never had
her own words. Before me and Jody stopped talking, she used to tell me everything about you, dude.
Okay, I never knew that you and Jody talked.
Silent said it too.
Me and Jody.
Silent said Jody just sent Chris
Jody
this new
talked for a
computer.
long time before she stopped talking to me.
No, I know. I'm saying I don't.
Well, listen, Jody actually said on y'all's stream that she was your sugar mama, which it's weird to me that someone that works so much would take money from a woman on the internet.
Yeah, but she's just saying that to get.
No, I know Jody, dude. I know when she lies and I know when she doesn't.
Oh, she's definitely given me stuff. I've gave her plenty of stuff. Definitely, I'm very giving.
Oh yeah.
And when she got mad at you, she threw the 17,000
But you're taking from a woman, remember?
I'm taking from a woman.
Well, you labeled me a bad guy, the worst guy in the world.
Well, yeah, because she didn't say I give gifts and he gives gifts. She did admit that you do give her things.
Yeah.
But she said if anybody is a sugar mama to Chris, it's me. And we can look up the definition of sugar mama.
Right, and that's Jody just being Jody, just getting shit going. And she'll tell you that. That's
Well, then don't be mad when people
say to me.
All right, don't be mad if people come back at you and say you're a scammer. Then
I'm not.
Everyone just lies on you, Chris.
First of all, I'm not mad. I'm not triggered. But I'm saying if you're going to say I'm a scammer and this and that, I mean, can we get some proof?
You didn't have any proof when you called me one.
Right, and Jake, did you not hear? I was wrong. I apologize.
And called me every name under the sun, the lowest piece of shit. all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, but correct. Hey, can I ask a question, Jake and Chris? Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't the apology recent when you're defending your brother and Jake's calling you out for the same thing?
He apologized
the apology's recent, right?
Yeah, I don't ever. Yeah,
yesterday he apologized. A year later.
That's what I want to point out. Now that you need to defend your brother for the same actions, you apologize for what you said about Jake.
No, Tara,
and then he
came
blocked
to my
me in his chat right after.
No, Jake, see, that's not true.
That is true.
I told you go back to the stream. It's there. I said, Jake, you're fine here. Just be respectful. And then I looked down and
but I was calling you out for your bullshit.
You were saying some disrespectful stuff.
No, I wasn't. I was calling you out for your bullshit.
Disrespectful because he was calling out the fact that you guys were calling him a scammer. He was bringing up the whole scenario again, and I have the video, and then he was blocked. Because he was telling the truth.
Right, but I didn't block him because
I'm not dealing with him. Fuck him. Fuck that guy.
Well, no, I didn't block him because he.
Yeah, you did. You said, "Oh, he's out of here anyway because he talks about G's kids." Now I want to call you out on that one, dude. I want proof. You made another allegation yesterday. Where is any proof that I've talked about G's kids?
Did you ever? Have you ever mentioned on a live stream? And I can get the proof. Did you ever mention G's kids?
Because right now, technically, so yes, technically, in that sense, yes. But I have never ever talked about his kids in an attacking way. Talked about them and their lives or whatever.
Right? Did you say you were going to get pictures of G's kids?
No, I didn't.
You didn't say that.
No.
What did you say about G's kids then?
Well, did you hear it come out of my mouth?
It was on a stream. I can see if I can get proof.
Did you hear it come out of my mouth?
Did you? Okay, so I'll ask you. Have you ever
come out of my mouth?
Have you ever spoken on G's kids?
Answer the question. Did you hear it come out of my mouth? Don't be sitting here trying to ask questions from secondhand information. Did you hear it come out of my mouth?
It was a recording, and I believe
Did you hear it come out of my mouth?
I believe it was you speaking. Yes.
And what did I say?
Something. Jake. It was long ago. I don't remember. It was something about getting pictures of G's kids and sending them to.
I only talked about it this week, dude.
No, you were going to get pictures of G's kids and send them to Sarah or some shit like that.
No.
No, you never said.
Now you're trying to twist shit.
Okay, I'm asking you a question. Did you? So you've never mentioned G's kids?
You don't even know what you're talking about, and you're trying to label me with this so-called fantasy.
I'm asking you a simple question. Have you ever mentioned G's kids? That's it.
As in, like in the conversation we're having right now, yes. And that way at all.
Okay.
Because otherwise, technically, you're mentioning his kids too.
Right.
I have never gone after his children. Right. Never once.
Okay.
And I want you to, if you're going to make that allegation yesterday, where's the proof, dude? Because you're the one sitting there saying that you have to get proof when you make allegations.
Right.
You made an allegation yesterday. Just show the proof,
Jake,
dude.
I don't have to.
Otherwise, you're just being a two-faced dumbass shithead.
And that's fun. Right. That's fine, Jake. Everybody up on this panel has had issues with you, right? No?
What?
Everybody up on this panel has had issues with you before? No?
I have issues with a lot of people. You have issues with a lot of people.
Right. Okay.
No. Me and Jake have never had a personal issue.
Right. See, I pay attention.
Well, I know for one that Blaze and Leo over there hated you and didn't want anything near to do with you.
Yeah, because they were fighting at the time. They were fighting.
Let me say this.
They've made up.
Let me say this real quick.
I'm a very forgiving person.
But there used to be a certain kind of way here where, and Jake knows this is not an insult. Jake knows this is the fucking truth. It used to be a certain kind of way here that when you acted like Jake and did things like Jake, you got canceled and we didn't fuck with you and we moved along. But a lot of you people do the same kind of thing, like villainize him. And as someone who wants to take myself and see it for what it is, I realize that if I have to make Jake the big bad villain, I got to make all of you the big bad villain too, because you all have friends or you all have guilt.
Right. Okay. So, if I can ask the panel a question.
Yeah.
If anybody on panel wants to, would everybody agree that Jake's done some terrible shit? And I just
Yes, Jake
has.
Terrible shit to me personally.
All right, that's all. That's it. And it's nothing against you, Jake. I just don't fuck with you.
And
That's it.
you've done some shitty shit to me too. So who's the villain?
Terrible shit with me.
Mark Terry's done shitty shit.
Right,
totally
Amy's done terrible shit. I mean, we've called these people out, but we don't see these guys do it out in the open. Doesn't make it right, but they don't hide what they are. So you have the opportunity to make the choice whether or not to deal with them.
Right, and I choose not to.
No, but Chris, you like
that's a fact right there, my good line. Jake is Jake, and when you're dealing with Jake, you know exactly who you're dealing with. Because Jake is doing it in front of your face, not behind your back.
Right, I've said that for a long time.
And the same with Abe, and the same with Barbie girl.
Right. But Chris, this is what gets you sometimes. You'll be on your panel, you and Jody will be streaming, and you'll be talking shit about somebody, and then the next night you'll be over there on their panel all nicey nice with them, like you was, you know, you do it with Barbie all the time. So either you're
you're nice to them and then you jab them when you don't think anybody's looking. I mean, listen, Abe's thing was pointing out that he saw you talking shit on him, so he was returning the favor. My argument has always been with you that I see you be nice in the side chat of the person. I see you go talk shit later. And that's what I mean about being inconsistent and not keeping the same energy. If you think I'm a bitch, think I'm a bitch every time you see me.
Yeah, I know it says that.
The only person I did that was Barbie. That's the only person I've ever done that with. If you can call me out.
No, you've done it with Missy too.
I'm saying I've never right, and she started with me, but what I'm saying is I've never paneled up with somebody. What I'm saying is I was talking shit about Barbie.
Okay, maybe that's true.
Yeah.
I don't have memories of being
panels, but
yeah, he was on Lindy's panel and he was rude to her, and then on the panel he was nice to her. That's what I'm saying. Like if you feel some kind of way about somebody, just be that way in their face and not in their face.
Right, but
if Kara, you're a bitch, and right now you know you.
Well, my thing. We're having issues. Houston, we